what's going on, guys? Welcome back to, I guess this would be the Urcast card playing. I don't know. It's not really the podcast. But back again, it's your boy Corey. We got Dylan repping over in one of the corners. Who knows what it'll look like at post. And we've got our good friend John back in action. He won the first game we played, so we had to play a second game to try and bounce back. But John, you are beginning as the turn player, so go ahead and let us know what we're playing today.
All right, so today I'm bringing an out-of-the-box precon. I'm bringing Strafan. It's vampires, blood tokens, cheating out vampires with blood tokens. It's going to be a fun time.
All right, I guess it's my turn next, and we are playing Anawan the Ruin Thief, Rogue Tribal Mill deck, but Anawan is also a vampire, so I guess me and John are blood brothers.
There will be blood.
All right, and I am not playing a vampire, but I am playing someone who is corrupted by Phyresis, so kind of like a vampire, but I'm playing Azuri, Claw of Progress. It's all about playing power 2 or less, building experience counters, and letting my opponents experiencing a massive beatdown.
Yeah, you know, John wants your blood, I want your brain, and Corey wants your body.
So, yeah.
Sure. I don't know if I want to be tagged as the guy who wants your body, but I mean that's what I'm stuck with, I guess.
You did post that shower TikTok. All right, I will draw for turn.
Sure.
I will play Swamp, and I will pass. Oh.
All right. I will start things off with a very old card that is really fun, Cavern of Souls. And I'm going to name rogues, so now I can tap this for any color of mana as long as I am casting a rogue. And if I'm casting a creature that is a rogue, and I tap Cavern of Souls for it, it cannot be countered, and I'll pass.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw. And we're going to drop a forest and start things off by tapping for the greatest play of all time, turn 1 Soul Ring.
Wow.
And
Brett assessed.
Yeah.
All right.
Turn 1 Soul Ring like a boss.
Draw for turn. I will go ahead and I will play Foreboding Ruins. I will reveal a swamp in my hand, so it comes in untapped. I will tap 2 for a fire diamond. It will come in tapped, and then I will just pass.
All right. I will draw.
That ramp.
I will play a swamp, and I will tap for a black and a blue, or a black and a black, does not matter what, for the Sig River Cutthroat. No, so at the beginning
with swords, Professor deck.
Yeah. So at the beginning of each end step, if an opponent has lost 3 or more life, I may draw a card, and I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead.
I almost said Sig River Guide because of the professor.
Because of the professor?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to drop an island for turn, tap for 4, and bring out Azuri, Claw of Progress.
Oh, jeez.
So whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under my control, I add an experience counter. Then at the beginning of combat on my turn, I can put X 1/1 counters on another target creature that I control where X is equal to the amount of experience I have. And then I'm going to pass as well.
Okay.
And sadly, experience is one of those things we can't mess with.
I will draw for
Because
turn.
it's on me and not the creature.
I will play a swamp for turn. Then I will tap 3 for a Vampire Nighthawk. It is a 2/3 with Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink, and then I will just pass the turn.
Yeah, but unlike mine, yours isn't going to be immortal.
Nope. It will stay dead, probably.
I am going to play an island for turn. Tap for a blue for a Mystical Tutor. So I will search my library for an instant or sorcery, reveal it, shuffle my deck, and then put that card on top. And I'll pass turn there.
You're playing a little high level for us.
Yeah, don't worry. That's like the only high level card in this deck.
I'll play a command tower. All right, I'm going to tap floating 2 off the Soul Ring. I'm going to use one of those colorless and a green to cast Sakura Tribe Elder. That'll give me 1 experience counter, which I'll put over there.
Yep.
Off
All
the
right.
Missouri. Then using the. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the instant or sorcery I'm putting on top of my deck is going to be Paranoid Delusions.
Ooh. The other colorless, I'm going to pair with this blue to bring out Alchemist Apprentice, which is just sacrifice to draw a card, but he is under 2 power as a 1/1, so I'm going to get a second experience counter. And what the hell? I'll tap for 1 green to bring out the Llanowar Elves, bring me up to 3 experience counters. Then, going to combat, I'm going to throw all 3 counters onto Steve, because I can't put it on Azuri. However, I can attack with Azuri. What is your creature at, Dylan? Your
He's a 1/3.
A 1/3. Yeah, I'll swing Azuri at you.
For how much? For 3?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take the 3, and that is commander damage.
Okay, and then I'll go ahead and pass.
I will untap. I will draw. I will play Mountain as for my land. Then I will tap 5, 2 black for Anawan the Ruined Sage. At the beginning of my upkeep, each player sacrifices a non-vampire creature. And then I will leave my Death Touch blocker open, and I will just pass the turn.
All right. During your end step, I'm the only one who's allowed to play Anawan. So since that's a legendary creature, it costs 2 less to pay. Price for fame, killing your Anawan.
That's sad.
All right, and then I get to surveil 2. So I'll look at the top 2 cards. I can put any number of them into my graveyard. I want to keep both of those on top. So I'll untap and I'll draw. And then I will play a Rogue's Passage as land for turn. And I'll tap for 4 to get out Anawan Ruin Thief. So other rogues I control get +1/+1, and whenever one or more rogues I control deals combat damage to a player, they mill cards from the top of their deck equal to the amount of damage they took. And then if any number of creatures are milled, I get to draw a card. So I will move to combat, and I will swing my 2/4 at Corey.
Okay, I'm going to block with Alchemist Apprentice. And then before combat damage is assigned, I'm going to sacrifice it using its ability to draw a card.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll pass turn there.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play an island as my land for turn. Then I will tap for 1 and 1 blue. Play Invisible Stalker, has hexproof and cannot be blocked. It is a 1/1, so I'm going to gain a experience counter off of Azuri, going up to 4.
Experience, everyone's favorite mechanic.
Yeah, people are dying for it. I'm going to tap for a green and a blue to cast Coiling Oracle, giving me another experience, going up to 5. When Coiling Oracle enters the battlefield, I reveal the top card of my library. If it's a land, it goes straight to the battlefield. Otherwise, it goes to my hand. So top card is a land, Stormwood Falls. Comes on the battlefield tapped. And when it does, I gain 1 life.
Yeah, I think someone's definitely playing above table tonight.
Sure. I'm going to combat. We'll trigger Azuri. Get a die here, and then I'm going to put all 5 counters onto Invisible Stalker. And then I will swing at John for 3 with Azuri, and Dylan for 4 with Sakura Tribe Elder.
I will block with my 2/3 Flying Death Touch lifelink.
Okay, so they will both.
I will
destroy.
gain 2.
I'll die off the Death Touch.
4.
Get rid of that annoying commander. No.
Oh, wait. Oh, the boost from Missouri. Okay, it's counters. It's not just plus X plus X. Okay.
Yeah, they're counters. They're hard counters. Yeah, that'll do it on my pass turn.
I will untap.
He's got that boosted invisible stalker that we can't block. That's.
I guess I will play an unclaimed territory. I'll tap 2 for a Radko Signet. I will pay 4. I will get my commander out. So he's a flyer at the beginning of my end step. Create blood tokens for each player who lost life this turn. When it attacks, it can sacrifice 2. If I do, I can put a vampire card from my hand to the battlefield tapped and attacking, and it gains indestructible until the end of turn. And that is going to be it for my turn. I'll pass.
All right. I'll pay a blue for my Trident Shore Stalker. It's a 1/1 unblockable. For land for turn, Demir Aqueduct, bouncing back this island. So your commander is a 3/2.
That is correct.
All right. All right. I'll attack you with my 2/4. John.
Yeah, I'll take. Is that a rogue?
It is a rogue.
Yeah, I'll take the 2.
All right.
And then I mill 2, right?
Yep, you'll mill 2.
Sweet.
All right. I don't get to draw any cards. And I've got a pass turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play a Kalani Garden as my land for turn. Comes untapped. When it enters the battlefield, I put a. Actually, I'm sorry. I got to take that back real quick.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do something a little different, I think. I'm going to tap for 2, 4, green and a blue. I'll bring out a Zuri. Now I'm going to play Kalani. So it comes in tap. When it enters, I make a 0/1 plant.
Yep.
Which will let me get a experience counter.
And people complain about Mizzix and his experience counters. At least
Yeah,
they're not as easy to get out as these ones.
All about low mana, suckers. Then I'm going to tap Llanowar Elves and an island to cast Merrily Pixie. It's a 2/2 flyer that taps for green or blue. That will bring me up to 7 experience. I'm going to combat. I can throw 7 counters on an object of my choice. So we're going to go and bring this up to 12 counters. So it's a 13/13 unblockable. And I'm going to swing 13 at Dylan. That's unblockable. And 4 at John. That is blockable. Should you choose?
I will take the 4.
God, it is just pick on Dylan Day, isn't it?
Well, I hate mill decks with a passion. So then going to my end step, I'm going to sack Steve to search for a basic land, put on the battlefield tapped, but I'll pass while I search.
All right.
There we go.
I'll untap. I can draw something.
But-
Anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot turn order. I was thinking about last game.
Okay, interesting. I will play a mountain as my land for turn.
Okay, and I'm putting a forest in tape.
Okay, so here's what I kind of have to do. That stinks. I will tap 4 for a Falconwrath Noble. So it's a 2/2 flyer. Whenever it dies or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. How many creatures are currently on the battlefield?
I
I've got
have 6.
6, 9. That's enough. I will play 1 red for a Blasphemous Act.
And does 13 to everybody? Or
Yes.
everything?
And then everything will die, and then I will gain 13 life, and someone will lose 13 life. Or I can split it up however I want.
Yep.
Corey, you're gonna lose all 13 of that.
Okay.
And then I will gain 13. So I'll go to 49.
That will drop me down to 28, and I lose a beautiful board state.
Yes. But it had to be done.
I believe you.
On that,
I never once got to use Sig.
On that unfortunate note, I will have to pass my turn. No follow-up.
All right. Swamp, and then I'll just tap out to get Anawan back out. Pass.
Okay. I'm going to untap everything. Draw. I'm going to tap everything except for my command tower to bring Azuri back out. And then that's all I got. I'm going to pass.
That. I will draw. That is unfortunate. I will play Mountain as my land for turn. Then I will tap, what's this? 6 to 6 for my commander. And I too will pass the turn.
All right.
May he get to stick around and do something.
Hey, you destroyed it. I don't want to hear about if it sticks
I
around.
had to. I had no way to deal with your board. It was insane.
Yeah, if I'm throwing 7 counters on invisible stalker each turn, I
Yeah.
mean that's gonna take you
Yeah.
out pretty fast.
And if I waited one more turn, I couldn't have killed it with Blasphemous Act. So
All right. I'm going to tap 2 for Crydell of Baldur's Gate. So whenever he deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card, and then I gain a life and I get to scry 1, and I can pay 2. Then target creature cannot be blocked this turn. Move to combat step, and I will attack with Anawan. And since I attacked, I'll pay 2 to make him unblockable, and Anawan's going at John for 2.
I'll take 2 commander damage.
Yep. And because Anawan himself is a rogue and he doesn't say other rogues, he will mill 2.
Land and a Falcon Wraith Gorger, a 2/1 Vampire Berserker.
All right, that is a creature, so I will draw a card. And during my second end step, I'll pay 1 black for the Shadow Alley Denizen. Whenever another black creature enters the battlefield under my control, target creature gains Intimidate, so it can only be blocked by creatures that share a color with it or artifact creatures. And I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap all my stuff and draw. Does anybody have any? Well, John has some artifacts.
I do. Oh yes, I have a Fire Diamond and a Radko Signet.
Dylan, you got any enchantments out there? Or are they all
Nope.
creatures? Okay.
Yeah, all creatures and lands.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tap for 1, a green and a blue. I'm going to cast Trigon Predator. It's a 2/3 flyer. Because it has 2 or less, I'm going to go up to 8 experience tokens. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I can destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls.
What is it called?
Ugh. Excuse me. I'm going to go to combat. It has summoning sickness, but I have to throw the counters on something. So we're going to put 8 counters on Trigon Predator, making it a 10/11. And then I will go ahead and pass.
I will untap. Sure. Okay. I will play Exotic Orchard as my land for turn. I will tap 2 swamps. For Cordial Vampire, whenever it dies or another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire I control. It's unfortunate. I will move to combat. I will swing Strefan at Inazuna. 3 in the air. And
Lowest
then,
life total, worst board state, still getting attacked.
like, he has a flyer now, doesn't he?
I do.
No.
Yeah, so
Oh, he
I can't,
does.
I can't really
This is
attack him.
flyer.
I need to get a blood token. So I will move to instep. 1 player lost life, so I'll create a single sad blood token and pass turn.
All right. Let's see if we can't do something here. Let's see now. So land for turn. You know what, John? How do you feel about taking 6 damage this turn?
I don't like it because that means I have to mill 6 cards. I don't have a hand right now, so I don't want anything good to go to my graveyard, really. Ideally.
Yeah, understandable. Sadly, I don't think that Corey will let me attack him for 6 either.
Hell no.
Is it a May ability or do I have to mill?
You have to mill.
Damn.
Yeah, because that's all how the whole deck wins. Is just mill everybody out.
Okay, what about 4 damage?
I just
Why are
don't
you,
want to
like,
mill any
wheeling and
cards.
dealing with this.
I only have
Well, I
one
mean-
blocker, so send what you want at me. It's only a 1/1, so it's not like I can only stop one thing.
Yeah, so I will just swing out 6 at you, John.
How is there any 1/1s?
No, I've got a 2/2, a 2/4, and a 2/4.
I'll block your commander with Cordial Vampire.
All right.
So it will give my Stefan a +1/+1 counter, but I will take the rest. So that is 4.
Yep. And since Crydell of Baldur's Gate hit you, you will also lose 1 life and mill an additional card.
So I'll do the 4 first. So that's 1 creature, a sorcery, 1 land, and then an instant.
Yep. Well, it just needs to be at least 1 creature. It doesn't matter how many creatures.
Oh, okay. So then I'll
And
take
then
1
I
life.
will gain a life and I will scry off of
2, 3,
my
4.
Baldur's Gate guy.
Additional. So I took 5 life total.
Yep. All right. Do I want to keep that card on
Madness.
top?
Damn.
We'll throw this guy on the bottom. All right. Cool. During my second main phase, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will play Notorious Throng for its prowl cost. So I will get X11 Black Fairy Rogue creature tokens, where X is the amount of damage my opponents took this turn.
In response, I'm going to tap for a green and a blue. I'm going to cast Decisive Denial. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3. And I don't think you have 3 mana there.
I don't much like you right now.
I can hear you just mulling it over.
Like, I have literally not been able to do much this game in the one good play I had.
Well, I was kind of like sandbagging it because it was on my opening hand. So I was either going to counter something or I was going to fight Anawan next turn. So one or the other.
Cool. So there goes me having blockers and getting an extra turn. Pass turn.
All right. All right. Untap.
Well, I'm already out of this game.
No, not necessarily, unless he decides to swing his, like, what was it, 10?
No, I don't mean that I'm dying this turn. I just mean that I'm out of this game, as in I'm not going to be able to catch up.
I have a single creature, a single blood token, and no hand.
Yeah, but look at your life total.
Colorless and a blue. I'm going to evoke out Mole Drifter. So when it enters it'll enter the battlefield and instantly sack itself. But because it does enter the battlefield, I will get an experience counter going up to 9. And then I'll draw 2 cards off of it entering the battlefield, and then it sacks itself.
Like, I literally can die twice over before you would die.
Play a forest as my land for turn. Then I'm going to tap 4 colorless, and I'm going to play Nevinral's Disc. So it enters the battlefield tapped, and then for 1 and a tap, I can destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. So I've got a board wipe just hanging around for a rainy day. I'm going to go to combat. I got to throw all my counters onto Trigon Predator. So we'll go from 8 to 17. 6, 12, 17. So it's a 19, 20 flying.
Oh.
And I'm going to swing it at John for 19 in the air.
Yeah, I have no choice. I'll take 19.
Okay, and when it deals combat damage, I can destroy target artifact or enchantment. I'm going to destroy that you control. I'm going to destroy your fire diamond.
Hold on. Sure.
And then I will pass my turn.
42, 18. I gotta go one more. Okay, I will untap. I will draw a card. Okay. I guess I will pay 4 for Molten Echoes. As an enchantment, I will choose vampires. Whenever a non-token vampire ETBs under my control, I create a token that's a copy of that creature. That token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of my next instep. Okay, well, so I will be forced to move to combat. I will swing my 4/3 in the air at... No. Dang, I can't do that because I just die next turn. Dang. You know what? Screw it. I will swing it at Corey. So it's 4/3 commander.
All right, I don't have a flyer that's block able, so I'll take 4 commander. Going down 24.
I will create 1 more blood token. And I will just pass the turn.
All right.
All right, Dylan, I think John's getting out of control. We need to put him in check.
Yes, I
Oh.
am the problem. For sure.
That's exactly what I need right now, land. I say not really needing land. But I'll play the land anyway. And then I will tap for 4, using the Cavernous Souls for black for my Marsh Flitter. So since I use Cavernous Souls, it can't be countered. So when this enters the battlefield, I get some good old Goblin Rogue tokens. Let's see now. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Here's where all my tokens are. So, Goblin Rogues. Don't summon those very often. Yeah, 2 of them. And then I can sacrifice a goblin and make this fairy into a 3/3 until end of turn. But since that is a black card, Shadow Alley Denizen's ability will activate, and now Krydel cannot be blocked this turn. And whenever another black creature enters the battlefield, I don't have to cast it. So those 2 goblins, they're also black. So Anawan and Shadow Alley Denizen also cannot be blocked this turn. I'll pay 2 for Paranoid Delusions. So, Corey, you will mill the top 3 cards of your deck.
Okay.
And then I will cipher that onto Anawan.
Okay, so we've got an island. a Blighted Woodland, and a Brainstorm. My top three.
Only one of those was a good hit. I will now move to combat. So I will swing 2 at John, and then I'll swing 4 at Corey, and none of my stuff can be blocked this turn.
Okay.
Big 2.
I will take 4.
Yep. So
Vandal Blast and Blood Tithe Harvesters. So there was 1 creature.
Okay, we got a Vivid Creek, a Mormir Vig, a Forest, and a Quandrix Command. So that is also 1 creature.
all right. So I will draw a card off of each of you.
Well, you take all my good stuff.
And then I will pass turn. But the
Okay.
good news is I have blockers for once.
He's got a flyer with like 20 power. So
But it doesn't have trample.
do you have
But it
flyers?
could.
I have a flyer.
No.
I would have had more flyers if he didn't counter that one spell.
Oh
Which is why I needed to counter it. I'm going to tap for 2 and a green, and I'm going to play Reclamation Sage. When it enters the battlefield, I can destroy target artifact and enchantment. So I'm going to blow up one of your blood tokens, John,
Wow.
just to keep you under 2 for your
I don't
turn.
have a hand. It doesn't matter. Anything I draw, I can cast. All I have is mana. It's just... But okay, I appreciate it. It could have been worse.
Sure. You know, I gotta divvy up the oppression, I guess.
All right.
And then I will go to combat. I'm gonna throw 10 tokens or counters onto my Reclamation Sage. And then Dylan, your flyer doesn't have Death Touch or anything like that, right?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna swing at you with 19 in the air.
All right, I'll block it with my 1/1, but you don't have trample.
And then I will pass my turn.
I will untap. I will draw. That is not what I wanted to see. Tap into Myriad Landscape, tapped. Oh, you know, I should have cycled it. I'm actually going to pay a mana, sacrifice this to discard and draw. Okay, that's way better. It's a much better card. Okay, I will pay 5 for a Malakir Blood Witch. It's got flying, protection from white, and then when it ETBs, each opponent loses life equal to the number of vampires you control, and then I gain life. So I control 2, you each lose 2, and I gain 2.
Drop to 18.
Okay. Then, actually, since it's a vampire, I create a token of it, and you guys will each lose an additional 3,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it gains haste. So this will be my 4/4. So I'll get
Now, actually, we should lose
it's
3
3.
both times because they would have seen each other enter.
Okay, so I will gain 1 more.
So we should lose 6 altogether for each of us.
Okay, cool. So, this one has haste, and I have to exile it at the end of turn. So I will swing my 4/4 with haste in the air at sleeve, and then my 4/3 commander in the air at... I will actually leave that up. So I'll just swing the 4/4 at sleeve card.
Okay. I will take 4, going down to 10.
And then I'll move to my instep. This will get sacrificed, and then I create 2 blood tokens because 2 opponents lost life this turn. And I will pass.
All right. This card would have been better to have drawn earlier in the game. All right. So island for turn. So I'll tap a swamp, changeling outcast. So now Krydell will have Intimidate. I'll tap 2 for the Duskmantle Operative, who cannot be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. That's another black creature in the battlefield, so now Anawan will have Intimidate. All right, I will move to combat, and I will swing 2 at each of you.
Okay.
If you swing at me, I will destroy your board.
If I can block yours with a 4/4, that'll kill your commander. Because it's black.
Yeah, I mean, my commander's going at Corey.
Oh, okay.
Krydell's going at you.
Okay,
And Krydell right now is a 2/4.
So it's a 4/4, so I'll block that with my Malakir Blood Witch.
Now, do I want to use my board wipe? That's the question.
I mean, there's really no point in using it now.
Yeah, I mean, if you use it, you lose all your good shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but I can rebuild faster than both of you, I feel like. Because all my stuff is low CMC.
Yeah,
Okay, so how much would I be taking?
2.
2.
Oh, and it's unblockable?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the 2.
So I'll block with Malakir, so it'll kill your guy.
All right. I will, in response to your blocking, I'll tap a black for Disfigure to give it -2/-2, so they'll both die.
Sure.
All right. So you'll mill 2 off of Anawan, but you'll also mill another 3 off of the Paranoid Delusions trigger.
Okay, so I'm going to mill a counterspell, a Forest. Off
All right, is that-
one.
All right.
Forgotten Ancient, Wayfarer's Bauble, and an Incubation. So that's 1 creature altogether.
Yeah, but the creature was off of the Paranoid Delusions, not Anawan's trigger, so I don't get to draw.
Right.
And I'll pass.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and untap.
So just that 1 flyer is enough to kill me.
Yeah, you don't have any flyers, right?
Nope.
Okay.
If I could have gotten that extra turn off, I might have actually been able to take one of you guys out.
Well, I'll just go to combat. My Azuri will trigger. I'm going to put 10 counters on Rex Sage. So it'll be 2, 8, 10. Dylan, I'll swing at you with 19 in the air.
Yep.
John, I'll swing at you for 18, 20, 22 on the ground.
Yeah, I'll just block that with my commander. So my commander
And once again, I'm the first one out.
is sad.
It's all good. It's all love. And then I will pass my turn.
Okay, I will untap. I will draw.
First, I couldn't block anything and got bullied. This time, I just got bullied.
I will sack a blood token, pay a mana, discard to draw. Okay.
I think that's game.
Probably, yeah. I will.
I mean, if you don't have a creature, you will not be able to survive.
Yeah, because I'll basically put 10 on my flyer and
I will
that'll be
play
29.
Glass Cast Heart.
Okay.
So, man, I can create a single creature with lifelink. Should I even bother with that? Because you cost 8 to get out now. I have 8 now. I think. Because even still, I mean, I still lose. I'm pretty sure. I'll just go ahead and do it. Do what I had. Then play black, tap it to create 1/1 vamp with lifelink. It's a token, so it
Okay.
doesn't trigger Molten Echoes. And I pay life. I'll pass the turn. Good
Okay.
game, sleeve.
Untape, draw, and swing out. This will technically gain 10 more, so this will be like 29 in the air and 22 on the ground.
All right, I'll block the 22 on the ground with my 1/1 life linker, so I'll gain a life, and then I'll lose 29.
All right.
And that is game.
Yep.
GG.
Good game, guys.
Good games all around. All right. So this was the second Commander match here on the Urcast, and hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing us play some of these decks. And if you have similar decks, let us know in the comment section below and tell us how you like to differentiate it from what you saw us do. Or if you liked a deck, let us know.